Wedding is not marriage. To my young adults out there, wedding is not marriage. If you plan your wedding more than you plan your marriage, there might be a problem. Marriage is not getting to Bella Niger. Marriage is not making it to Niger Insta wedding. No. Marriage is deeper than that. If you plan your marriage as much as you plan your wedding, you're going to have a blissful matrimonial home. If you plan only your wedding without planning your marriage, there might be a problem. The problem we have today is that we mistake wedding for marriage. Wedding is not marriage. A couple of years ago, I met a young woman who was planning for her wedding 2 years in a row. She went to Spain. She went to Egypt to find a destination wedding. She couldn't find one. She went to Dubai. She didn't like it. Then she went to Spain. While she was in Spain trying to shop around for where to have as the perfect spot for her destination wedding, her fiance or her husband to be right here met another woman. True story, before she came back, they got intimate, and long story short, they never got married. The man married the other woman. Now she found her destination location, but she lost a husband. She didn't have a husband to have the wedding with. The guy is now married 6 years running now with 2 children, and she's still single, not married. And this was the man she had here, but she wanted a destination wedding. Destination wedding is not marriage. Now remember the first thing about what is the purpose for marriage? The purpose for marriage is posterity, to build an institution, to build a family, a godly institution for God. So what if you're thinking about is this person that I'm going to marry? This person I'm dating, this person I'm looking at, this woman that has all curly hair, lashes and all of that. This man that has he's so all well built and all of that. Do I want him to be the father of my children? Whoever it is you choose is going to be the father of your children. Whoever it is you choose is going to be the mother of your children. Remember, marriage is about building an institution, posterity for God. So don't be confused. Aside from the looks and everything, remember also what Adam said. Adam said, I have found the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. Adam didn't say flesh before bone. Bone meant capacity. Bone is stronger than flesh. So when you're thinking about somebody you're going to marry, you're thinking about capacity. Is it strong enough? Is it emotionally stable? Is it spiritually stable? Is it financially stable? Is it stable? Same goes for the woman. So it's not about look. I remember when we were in school, one of my friends kept saying, I want to marry a half caste so that my children will look like Oyibo. And we used to laugh at her. It didn't make sense. Anyway, do you know the truth? Because whatever you get, whatever you attract or whatever you call comes to you. When we left school, she actually found a cute guy who was half caste and they got married. She has 3 Oyibo children in quotes. But guess what? This guy doesn't sleep at home and he cannot pay school fees for the 3 Oyibo children that she has. So she was looking for the flesh of her flesh, not the bone of her bone. 7 years after they left the marriage, she's now catering for the 3 half-caste children. Now the children are even looking dark because there's no money to take care of them. I'm telling you real life stories. So you have to like, when you're choosing a spouse, when you think about your marriage, don't keep thinking about the wedding, about the photo shoots. Take your time to look at the person. Will this person help me build an institution? Can I build a home with this person? Does he have capacity? So for some of the young guys, you're thinking about the woman, she's all curvy. The bone of your bone, does she have capacity? Can she be a mother to your children? What are the kind of things she talks about? What are your values? What are her values? Because those are the values she's going to pass on to your children. Beyond the wedding is for one day. Marriage is your entire life. So if you plan and plan and plan and plan for one day, for the public, wedding is actually public, it's a public entertainment. Marriage is your life. So take time to plan for your marriage as much as you plan for the wedding. Marriage is about building an institution. Marriage is about companionship. Marriage is about completeness. Who will complete you? You were sent on earth for an assignment. Whoever it is you choose to be your husband, forget about the money. I once hosted a wedding where there was so much money. It was one of the biggest weddings in Lagos a couple of years ago. The wedding did not last up to 10 years. It wasn't even up to 7 years. It's all gone. It was all over the papers, all over social media, but the wedding is gone. For me, the marriage ended before the wedding because all the signs were there. All the signs were there. But maybe the girl was so much engrossed in seeing all the money and her friends, she didn't take time to look at the man to understand that beyond the flash, there is much more. So to my young adults, do not plan for your wedding and forget to plan about your marriage. Take time to look at the person. What you see is what you're going to get. Don't think you're going to change him later. No. Don't say, oh, let me just get it. Let's just do the wedding. Let my friends also know that I'm married. Destination wedding. I should be Insta blog. Let's do photo shoot. All of those things. No. After that, what? After that, what? Take time to study him. You don't want to go in and come out. There's some scars that stays forever. What if you go in and come out and maybe luckily you have another man, but maybe you would have had children from different fathers? That is not what you want. Plan your marriage. Marriage is for completeness. Does it complete you? Marriage is for companionship. Are you happy when you're with him? Does he disrespect you? If he's disrespecting you now that you're dating, by the time you're married, he's still going to disrespect you. He's not going to change. The guy you're dating right now is going to be the father of your children. The lady you're dating right now is going to be the mother of your children. Do you think both of you can actually build an institution? Plan for your marriage more than you plan for your wedding. Wedding is not marriage. Insta blog is not marriage. Getting on Niger photo blog, whatever it is, doing a destination wedding is not marriage. There is more to life. There is more to marriage than just the wedding.